Breaking barriers and connecting cultures. That's the theme of a new opera called One Log Bridge that premieres a week from today at the new Hazlett Theater. We are joined by the company's composer. We have Yan Pang, actress Lulu James, and choreographer Jason Noer here. Thank you all for being here.
Thank you for having us.
It's so wonderful. So I want to start with you, Yan. Tell me what One Log Bridge is about.
One Log Bridge is about my personal story coming to America and having a new life. And because of the people in America make me feel like home, and I stayed here, so I want to use this story to encourage other people to find their home.
And tell me specifically about the title.
One Log Bridge is you have to walk that path to find the self-liberation, and you and only you have to have the courage of doing so.
Well, and I've learned so much about this. So the new Hazlett Community Support Art Performance Series has kicked off. This is really about supporting community efforts and community stories. Tell me about being part of that.
Oh, that's experience that me as an artist can ever dream for, because they take care of everything that artists need. For example, Jen as a program director will take care of everything else, like contract, all the math budget, so I can focus on the art creation, and then Krista will take care of the social media, so that's why I can be here and talk about the work. And also the budget allows me to work with the artists that I can dream to work with.
Well, I was going to say, it's really all-encompassing because these programs help so many people. Lulu, talk about being involved in this.
This is such an amazing opportunity as like an actor who's still training and still learning to work on a professional work and new work that's growing and evolving. And Yan is so great at like listening to us as students and hearing how we can make these characters feel more authentic to ourselves, which is so amazing.
And tell me who you portray.
I play Faye, who is one of Yan's friends when she gets to school. And she's very like sassy and spunky and confident. And she just wants to support Yan and like take care of her friend, which is really fun. And it's so great to work with Amanda, who plays Yan in the show, because she's just so sweet and really like captures your energy.
Oh. Jason, working on the choreography for this, what has the process been like for you?
It's really interesting because I am a breakdancer by trade, and so and also a choreographer. But being able to work in this environment has been a really fun, amazing experience with Yen and Lulu, who is also our dance captain, and is just an honor.
And so we're saying that this is an opera, but hearing that there's breakdancing and there's other components of this, it's not what people may think when they think opera. Is that right?
Exactly. I'm trying to expand people's idea of what opera is and who the opera composer can be. So if I have to describe what's in now, it's a play about the opera and have the operatic style, meaning Chinese opera, not necessarily the Western opera, and the combination of the breakdancing, musical theater, all of that.
You know, these stories are so important too. We were talking about Here Lies Love. And we saw this first all-Filipino cast, and we know representation is so important when it comes to theater and everything. How important is it to all of you to be able to share diverse stories and bring them to the stage?
For me, I had struggled finding a composer to look up to, because I grew up trained in Western classical music, so like Beethoven, Chopin, all those composers, but I don't have someone writing in the styles, finding story like it's authentic to people like me. So that's why I wanted to write stories like Lulu will feel authentic to herself, and Jason can choreograph the dance that is authentic to his training.
Yeah, but again, it's that representation, and it's becoming then a model for somebody else to look up to and say, oh, this speaks to me. I've seen this somewhere, this exists, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Being part of that process, what is it like for you, Lulu?
It's amazing because I think as artists, we're always experimenting with how we help elevate these voices of people and make their stories be heard. And finding new ways to do that through theater is so inspiring and amazing, because it's so hard to see yourself not represented. So to see characters that you resonate with and to say, oh, this is how I do this and this is how I make it more common is just so beautiful.
Right, Jason mentioned some of his background in dance. What about for you?
I like started out as like a teeny tot, like doing ballet and tap and like all this like stuff like that, like traditional dance training. And then I kind of got into acting last, funnily enough, but I just fell in love with it. And so I started doing a lot of musical theater dance, and like, I just love telling stories through dance, and I think that's a big part of like where my art comes from.
Jason, what is it like to be involved in an opera in this way and to create something really special and unique?
I love doing different things.
Yeah.
The more of a challenge it is, the more opportunity there is for collaborations, for supporting different kinds of people in spaces that sometimes are not welcoming to a lot of these people.
Right.
And so for me, it's just like every time I walk in the studio, it feels like a little bit of a family, and also that we're working towards a goal together that is really worthwhile.
Yeah. It sounds like all of you have come together to create something truly beautiful. And coming up on the show, we are actually breaking it down with Jason and Lulu as we show you what's in store when we go see One Long Bridge. We'll see what it means. That's up next. Stay with us.